Hey guys, so we're outside of Walmart today, and part of the reason behind that is the fact that I need to pick up a few things, but also part of the reason behind that is that I've been getting a lot of questions and been asked, can you buy good survival gear at Walmart? Is there anything in here that's actually good quality? And that's what I'm going to answer in today's video. So let's go inside and take a look at it. And I'm going to talk you guys through some of this stuff, though, and how you can kind of tell what's quality, what's decent on the price side, that would be an okay starter pack, but maybe not the highest and stuff. But we're going to go over several things today, and we're going to walk through the camping section and see if they have any new knives, because I've been on a big knife collection spree lately, so we'll see. Heading back towards the camping section here, and we'll go see what they got for survival gear, camping gear, and anything that you guys might want for just to have back for some hard times ahead. So I actually had to make a quick detour right here because I'm actually looking at bikes. So I'm thinking about getting back into trail riding and going to the park and everything. So to take a quick look, because usually Walmart's got better deals on bikes as far as that goes. Better than going to a high-end bike shop for sure. Bikes can also be a great tool. SHTF happens. I mean, if you think about it, your car's down. I mean, it could be handy helping you carry some gear and things along those lines. Something that people don't think about. I mean, obviously, if it's super hilly, not the most ideal situation, but if you can ride alongside the edge of the road, might be something to think about there. So I'll have something that sticks out like a sore thumb, like this neon green thing here, though. So starting off here, guys, I can tell you guys some things here about these heavy tarps and everything. That tarps are actually great. You can actually lay these down on the ground if it's super cold, if you don't have a tent or anything, though, or even lay them down inside of the tent and everything. Actually, you could take some tarps like these, and some people actually put these over them to help them stay warm at night, though, because especially the heavier the tarps, the better whenever it comes to that stuff. But definitely something to think about as well. I mean, you can jury rig a lot of stuff together for that kind of stuff. So I was just walking through here, and glad to see that they have the pepper spray packs and stuff, though, along with the athletic stuff and the running stuff, because it's always a good idea, especially if you're out lake running by yourself early in the morning or late in the evening or anything, that you have something on you for protection, especially these guys. So pepper spray, if you're going to carry stuff, pepper spray, a firearm, a knife, anything along those lines, anything that you can have, the more of them that you can carry, the better. Always have multiple ways to defend yourself if you have to. Some stuff here would be fun for the kids. The Go Fire Color Flames. A lot of people swear by off. And bug repellent, but I always wear like long sleeves and stuff, though, and always better to be covered even if it's hot outside and stuff, though. Like long sleeves, if you have any kind of face coverage or anything, always handy. Helps prevent a lot of that stuff, though, or if you have a fire going, it's super smoky. So these little camp portable grills here are actually a good thing here, guys. The grills and everything. I actually have this Coleman here, and it's a great little open top deal there. Taking it camping, cooked eggs on it, cooked bacon in it with the pan and stuff and everything. It doesn't come like with a pan, but it just runs on butane. So, and you can buy the butane in here. I'll buy these 3 packs of fuel here for it and stuff, though. A little bit more like economical, but they last a decent amount of time. If you're looking for other stuff, I mean, There's other open top things. I had a other small grill bib Ozark trail that came out of here. It just didn't hold up. It didn't last. I think I used it like twice and then it broke. So, but Coleman's a good brand. If you guys are looking at stuff for brand wise that's gonna last, then Coleman is definitely something that you guys like want to look at right there. Also, but having these heaters. Yes, they do take propane, they take fuel, they take, like what I was just talking about, but these little buddy heaters though, guys, just for some camping advice and stuff though, are great to have in case if you really do like need them, because I've been out there in negative degree temperatures in the tent and everything though, and they do come in handy like having those. Obviously in an SH2 situation, it's not going to be the most ideal thing, but anything that you can throw into your go bag or anything though, guys, some smaller fire starters and stuff like that though. Always have some like waterproof matches and stuff though, and the waterproof matches, the windproof matches, fire starters. I mean, these extra large like waterproof fire starters here are great. You can actually buy similar stuff at Dollar Tree and everything though, but fantastic things though. I mean, just you're gonna need a fire at some point, guys. It's just the way that it is. I mean, if you're gonna be outside, if you're trying to bug out or anything though, you're going to need a way to start a fire, but you're gonna have to know when to start that fire and everything. But the easier that you make those first couple fires after you get them going, it's easy to keep it going after you get it going, but getting it going is the hardest part. I do like cast iron. Cast iron is by far the best thing that you can carry. Highly like reusable, easy to just keep reusing over and over again. They're going to last a lot longer than your typical tin pans or anything like that. If you look at these Mountain House meals though too, for those of you guys who are familiar with the MREs and everything though, these are phenomenal deals here, and they beat starving to death if that's all you have, for sure. Egg holder, really handy if you're out there camping, or you know, if you have to take off and run, take some eggs with you to get started. Might not be the worst thing in an SHTF situation. I mean, definitely some other things to think about there. Big thing a lot of people don't think about, these down here are water storage jugs for $20 a piece. You can get those. I'm here to tell you guys though, you need water storage above so many other things that people seem to forget about though, because a typical person is going to need a gallon of water per day. It's a gallon of water per day per person, so that's just some stuff to think of there though, guys. I mean, if you think about how much water that equates to. Getting down here to the toolkits and everything though, guys, these things are okay. I mean, they're more made for kids and stuff like that to really start out with and everything. I've had a few of these. I actually carry this knife right here on me quite a bit. This Ozark trail knife works pretty well for an everyday carry knife for what I use it for. But I mean, yes, these kits are okay to get started with though. The flashlight's pretty cheap. There's some other things in there and stuff though, guys, but I really recommend if you can put it together like yourself and everything though. And then you get up here and stuff like this, but so like this machete bug right here, I've had a couple of those. They've broken and stuff though, but they're only $6.50, so I mean, like, what are you gonna expect there? Had a couple of these hatchets. They do work, but you do have to sharpen them a lot. Other metal things here. They used to have a deal here called the Carnivore X that my buddy Jacob actually used a lot in his camping trips and stuff though, and it worked phenomenally though. I mean, that thing, you could chop wood with it, start fires with it. I mean, all kinds of things though. So if you ever see a Carnivore X, by all means check them out. Great things. They brought a lot of them back around Black Friday around here. Obviously the multi-tools, I actually just bought my first Leatherman the other day, and that's really saying something, because them things are high dollar though, guys. And basic pocket folding knives are okay. I recommend you buy something that's got some high quality to it, but having like an extra one in your bag if it's cheaper isn't so bad. And then going back into fire starters and stuff though, guys, magnesium rods and stuff though, if you don't have a sharpening stone for your knives, I would highly recommend you get one. And then I mentioned water storage a while ago, but also having a way to filter that water is such a big thing, guys. I mean, you've got to have a way to filter your water. If you don't, then you're going to be in big trouble if you don't have a way to get that bacteria and stuff out of it, especially in like a mountain stream or something, though. It's something that people don't really think about, because you're going to have it coming out of both ends if you get sick from that bacteria in that water. You just got to be prepared for that. And then moving down to the first aid kits, I recommend, again, on these, putting it together by yourself. But if you have to buy one to kind of give you an idea of kind of how to put one together and stuff, though, guys, and we'll be doing a video here in the very near future of actually about putting together a first aid kit and a lot of things that we think that you need in your first aid kit for a bug out bag, and just all in general for if the collapse does happen here. Then down here you got some paracord, multiple uses. You got 50 foot, like you got 100 feet and 50 feet, and you can actually buy this at Dollar Tree as well for $1.25 for 25 foot rolls. And I like it because it comes on a little spool deal and everything. But it's a great little deal here, though. And honestly, it's not bad for what you get, and it has multiple like uses, though, guys. I mean, you can find paracord in a lot of things like bracelets. They wrap a lot of knife handles and stuff in it, though, guys, because it's just so like universal. If you have to put a splint together, if you have to tie up a makeshift shelter, like tie the limbs together and stuff, though, there are so many different uses for paracord, guys. It is utterly insane how many. We'll be making another video about that as well, for all the uses of paracord here, and that's going to be a pretty long video whenever we get to that. So these are watertight boxes, guys, and something else I would recommend, especially for that situation where you get caught in a big like rainstorm, if you're out by a stream or something, though, and your bag falls in the water, or you may be crossing a stream somewhere and like you may fall in the water and stuff, though, guys. Having a watertight box for things such as your radios or anything that you might have that you can't really afford to get wet and like ruin at this point, I recommend getting something. These are actually good size here. They are see-through. Bass Pro actually sells a version that is not see-through. Most of the ones I've ever seen in Walmart have been see-through, though, guys. And of course, talking about bags and stuff, though, your backpacks, they have a huge selection here of stuff like that, though. I really don't like how small all these bags are. I mean, they're made for hiking and things along those lines, but if you're going to put together a go bag or a bug out bag or a get home bag or anything, then really the smaller the bag, the better. It's not as noticeable. I would get one that doesn't stick out, no flashy colors or anything, and you can get one with a Camelback in it too, so you can fill it up with water too, so you can drink as you're walking and stuff, though. But you really don't need that much gear in a get home bag. I mean, enough stuff for 3 days, and really that's just to get you back to what you guys are actually going to need. And if that time ever happens, though, is that just be able to get home. So you don't need a huge bag for that. I mean, some basics. You got to remember, every ounce counts, like when you're putting this stuff together. So a lot of people talk about tents and everything, guys, as far as being able to bug out and stuff, though, if society collapses and stuff, though. And I will say this, though. The bad thing about a tent is that they are very heavy, and they're just extra weight that you really don't need, because if you're practicing like the skills and stuff, though, that you need, and I'm saying this because a lot of people are relying way too much on their gear and not enough on their skill sets. So, guys, you got to get out there and develop your skill sets. So, yes, having this gear and some of the stuff I'm talking about today will help you, but you got to know how to properly like use it, and just don't buy it and keep it in its containers, though. Take it and get it out and actually go out and test it and try it stuff, though. And you got to remember, every ounce counts, guys. You've got to be of the mindset of, if you have to bug out or something, though, that you can only carry so much weight, and the people with you can only carry so much weight, and they're carrying everything that they can already, but most likely, and it's got to be balanced. So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that you can't carry a tent, but just make sure that it's something that you absolutely need if you have to. Something else that you guys could actually make a makeshift one of is a fishing pole. I mean, yes, it's nice to have one that's already put together and stuff, though, guys. And having the lures and stuff, though, and even some fake bait and stuff can help you guys get started in that. But I will say this, though, that, you know, there's a reason that the old cane poles, and those old cane poles are actually made from the actual, you know, trees and stuff that people had, and just some like straight sticks and limbs that people found with some fishing twine, and then they just put a hook on the end, and and a worm that they dug up out of the ground, and that's the way that they used to do it, and you guys can do it too. Of course, it doesn't hurt to have a fishing pole in your kit and everything though, and especially those that you can get and break down, that you can break down and fold up and put it away. And you can actually buy cane poles better that way. They're really easy to disassemble. You can throw them in your bag and go, and they're super light. So just something else to keep in mind. Crossbows and bow and arrows though, guys, are something else that a lot of people don't think about, that are highly like something that you really ought to think about though, because yes, you're not gonna be able to carry as many arrows and stuff though, but they're more of kind of a backup thing and taking game, and they're a lot quieter, so that way you're not making as much noise out there whatever you're firing off a firearm or anything though. And you got to remember too that you only have so many bullets, so bows and arrows, and Walmart's actually got some decent ones that you can get, like this Vortex Hunter buck right here is decent. Except to look at the ones, I mean, 40 to 60 pound draw weight, I mean, that is something that's good enough for what most people are going to be doing, guys. I mean, a 60 pound pull is a really heavy pull for most people, so you just got to keep that in mind. Also keep in mind though the kind of broadheads and stuff that you're using, or your arrowheads in general, whether they be mechanical or otherwise. They do have this bow down here though, guys, the Radiant. I don't know a lot about these bows, but I do have several of my own bows and stuff though that I've actually acquired at auctions over the years and stuff though. And but if you're just looking for something to get into this and stuff though, guys, come in here and look and just make sure that you're getting something of decent quality and not the cheapest thing that they have here. I talked about these knife sets in one of my last videos, guys, and I will tell you that these Mozzie Oak ones are okay, but like the ones I talked about though was these like Realtree ones right here, the camo ones, which I have both these sets. This is the one I presented in the video, still in the box. This is the one that I carry pretty much all these knives on a rotation. 2 folders, one with a shredded edge, one without, and then 2 fixed blades in that thing. And the same thing over here with this one. It's just that these are camo and these aren't, but this is part of their Black Friday stuff though. But you can get down here in these two, and you got these, and then you got all folders, just different sets across the board here. And then you get over to these though, guys, these little buck knife sets right here, and I actually might end up getting like one of these and have an orange one up there too. And they have the SOG up here at the top. I'm curious about how much that one is, so I'm going to check and see, because they make fantastic knives, guys. If you've never checked them out, be sure to check them out. It'd be great to add to your bags or just your preps in general. Really, the majority of any of these sets would just be nice to have at least as backups. I mean, beats having nothing, guys. Like I always say, they're not the best, but they're not the worst. And I use these every day, and or the folders anyway. And those things have held up phenomenally over several months of hard use, wear and tear for the price point. Come down here to these kits, so get the tree saw, the little hatchet, and the little folder knife, and the headlamp. This is a different variety, guys. You can look out there and find about anything that you want. Something else I should mention though, guys, is the fact that I'm not endorsed by any of these brands or anything though. I'm giving you guys my honest point of view on all these products. And again, really any of these and all the stuff I showed you today, guys, it's okay as beginner gear, but definitely upgrade as time goes on if you can, or if you can now, buy a little bit higher quality. But like when it comes to these are a fantastic deal for the price. I know I keep saying that, but they really are. So I checked the price on the SOG, guys, and it's the same price as these. So I am going to get this, because if you guys have never tried these knives, I mean, yeah, they kind of vary in quality and stuff though, but I'm here to tell you guys that it is definitely check out SOG if you have not already. And they make great OTF knives as well. I mean, everything about them. I've never had a bad saw knife. I saw these the last time I was in here, and wow, these fishing lures are insane. Have to catch a mighty big fish with a lure and a hook that size for sure. Fish for sharks there. So when I was talking about higher end knives like a while ago, guys, you can come over to this case here to where they got their Swiss Tex and KR and different brands here. Swiss Tex a big brand that they carry here, and you can get them. So these folding buck knives down here are actually phenomenal knives. They're $65, but they're actually one of the best knives I've ever had as far as a folder goes. Just being durable in that old timer style. I mean, you just can't beat it. In fact, that knife right there is why there's so many counterfeit brands that they call the buck knives and stuff like that. But something about the Saga a while ago, though. See right there, you got more of those in there. You got the multi-tools, you got the folders, you got the fixed blades. They're all there. And again, make great OTF knives as well if you can find them. I've heard good thing about these Kershaws as well. I don't own any of them, but I probably will at some point. But yeah, guys, you can come over to these cases like this though, and they definitely got a lot better selection of quality here than, you know, like in those kits and stuff I was showing you and stuff though. But you know, in those kits you're getting 4 knives for the price of 1 or not even 1 out of a case like this. So, but it is quality over quantity for sure. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys learned something, or at least enjoyed all my rambling in today's video. And but come back and try to do it the other one. I'm surprised they still had all those gift sets back there, because those knife sets I was showing you guys, they were there for Black Friday, and they were Black Friday special, and they're still at that price. So I know they're not going to bark them down anymore, but the quality of those Realtree knives, I might have to go back and buy another set or 2 of them before they're gone. But got these Saws today. We're going to go home, try them out, and thank you for watching today's video, guys.